Welcome. I'm Richard Hasnot. I'm your host for this in-depth wisdom series. My goal is to help you live a wisdom-inspired life by sharing with you some profound and deep wisdom that can truly better your life and help you live a wisdom-inspired life. The source of all the wisdom in this series comes from Paramahansa Yogananda, a God-realized enlightened avatar who founded the Self-Realization Fellowship and left us with a wealth of wisdom in books and teachings. Check him out on the Self-Realization Fellowship. Having said that, in these series, I'd share with you not only the profound wisdom, simple profound wisdom, and by that I mean it can really, really make a positive difference in your life. But I go beyond just sharing it with you by sharing the benefits of that wisdom and how you can develop more of this wisdom attribute in your life. This is a piece of wisdom from Paramahansa Yogananda that I love, in part because of its simplicity, as you will see. Quoting, "God is simple." Interesting. I'm not sure you've probably heard those words put together such. Everything else is complex. Do not seek absolute values in the relative world of nature. Okay? God is simple, everything else is complex. And that is pretty much what it is. And if we just understand, see, living a wisdom-inspired life is living a life that eventually gets you to know God through enlightenment. Well, when you get to know God, you find out God is rather simple. So might you want to be living more of a simpler life today? Well, let me give you some quick benefits of living a simpler life and some suggestions on how you might go about that. Okay, here they are. No surprises here. The benefits of living a simple life. Reduced stress. You got less stuff to worry about. You just get down to the bare basics of the key priorities that are important in your life. Second, increased clarity, because there's less clutter, less things to confuse you and all that sort of stuff. Just get focused on a few things. Improved well-being. If you reduce stress, your well-being is definitely going to be improved. Enhanced financial freedom, and I've talked about this in a previous episode. Simplifying your finances by practicing mindful spending, really spending on those things that really are important to your highest priorities, budgeting and saving can lead to greater financial freedom. My financial life is very simple, okay? Has been for some time. And it just takes the stress out of it, okay? And lastly, the benefit of this simple life is stronger connections. Living simply allows you to invest more time and energy into building meaningful connections with loved ones, okay? And those are your highest priorities, okay? So some very, very, very powerful benefits from living a simpler life. So how do you do that? Well, a lot of these are obvious, but maybe not so. First, declutter your life. Get all the junk and crap and miscellaneous stuff that's cluttering up your life. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Focus on the big things and spend quality time is far more than quantity of time, okay? No surprise, the next one is set priorities. This requires you to become self-aware and to really step back and say, out of all this stuff, this doing, all the activities that I'm doing, what are the top 2 or 3 priorities? And take care of them. And then if there's time left over, go on to number 4. But set priorities. Clear out the low priorities, junk and stuff in your life. Next, slow down. I used to think that constant activity, multitasking, all that was, a successful way in what good people did. Slow down. You'll make better decisions. You'll appreciate and understand more of what you are doing today. Next, reduced consumption. Okay? We don't need all the stuff we buy. Just, again, with your priorities, focus on those things that are most important. Most of the stuff we buy is of interest for a relatively short period of time. And it's kind of like my wife and I have this kind of like rule. We go out and clean out the garage or something. If we haven't touched it for 5 years, it's probably worth throwing out. Okay? So next, embrace minimalism. I've talked about this in a previous episode too. Just get down to the things that are most important in your life. Next, and this is a big one in today's world, take steps to disconnect and reduce the amount of technology in your life, okay? I see people with their phones in their hands, and it's kind of like it's somehow they were born with the phone in their hands, and it just is never put down. It's constant activity, no awareness of others and people that are going on around it. It is addictive, and like most addictive behaviors, not very productive and good for you. And the last one is very important, that is practice self-care. Remember that living a simple life is a personal journey, and it may take some time for you to fully embrace simplicity. So you've got some benefits of simplicity there and how to do it. Lots of good. This is just, please slow down and listen to this message on simplicity. It may be one of the most important ones that you hear when it comes to living a wisdom-inspired life. So Yogananda's wisdom again is God is simple. Just if God can be simple, can't we? He's managing universes. Okay? Everything else is complex. Do not seek absolute values in the relative world of nature. As always, I deeply appreciate you listening to this episode, and I look forward to reconnecting with you soon.